Let's start part 4. Let me go through these and dwindle them down to 1 each. This here is the 34s back there, so they didn't tip over while my washer was going. 36, 37, and 39. So I'll go through all of these, pick the best one, and then we'll get into group 4. All right, we are dwindled down 1930 to 39. And let me get the tripod set up. We'll start this hunt. I'll do about 10 to 15 coins. And then I will bring you in if I come across something after that. All right, here we go. 36, not what we're looking for on the obverse anyway. I don't see anything extraordinary on the reverse. 2, 4, 6. That'll go raw there. All right. 34. Seems like 34, 39. The heavy hitters here. 35, 36, 37, 38 are okay as well. A little bit of a grease strike there, but nothing crazy. 30s, barely 31, 32, or 33. I'm okay with the 36s. Can't tell if that's a double eyelet or not. It's just hard to see. Because I'm looking for the DDOs on the 36. 35 has a really cool one too. And I can't remember if it's like a 38, but in here, 1 cent is doubled. We'll be looking for that as well. 34 Denver. Nope. $39. Nope. Here we go, 35 with the lamination. We'll take that. Straight across here at the bottom. See if there's any, there's a little bit going on in the date right through his neck. I don't know if there's anything else up here. We'll check the reverse as well. Maybe there's something going on there. Nope. A little bit right here by 1. You can see that. All right, we got a lamination. Hold that aside. 37, it's a first for this hunt. Yeah, 37 is the first. Nothing there. I've noticed that the 37 is a lot of wood grain on most of the 37s. They must have had a hard time mixing the alloy in 1937 because a lot of them are grainy. 39. Nothing there. Another 37. Oh. on that one. Not seeing anything in the... Another 37. I'd really like to find that 36 DDO. And it would be cool if we found it like on camera here. But might not find it at all. 37. 39. Coins are in pretty decent condition. Nope. $35 Denver. That's a first for this group. Some damage. There's a double die reverse right there. So the thickness in the E, the P, we have the elongated dot, L, U, R, I, B, U, S, damage. See if there's anything going down in America here. Nothing. Let me see if I can figure out which one this is. So luckily for me, there's only one. DDR number 1 on copper coins and Wexlers. So I'm assuming it's number 1 with some damage. But we'll hold that one aside. Keep going. 34. Nothing there. And nothing there. All right. Let me, it's a little bit thicker on the reverse there, but nothing that I'm going to be able to decipher. Let me get hunting. If I come across something, I will bring you in for it. All right, I'm working on a 1936. And the coin itself on the obverse looks fine. It is not a double die. So if I flip the coin over and we come around, everything's good until right here. Does that look like a ragged planchet, like a planchet flaw? Or maybe even like a lamination that tore out? I think it's a, I don't know, I think it's a planchet defect. So we'll be holding that one aside for sure. Just brought you in to take a look at it. Let's keep her going. All right, here I have a 1934 Denver. If I flip her over, we have doubling on E pluribus. Oh, that's too dark. That's too bright. Right there, probably. Doubling on E pluribus unum. A little bit of doubling on 1 towards the top. It's a little bit of doubling on America down the bottom. The wheat ears are thicker. If I flip her over, they do show a die crack at the base of the bust, which I think is right here. I could be wrong though, but I'm going with DDR number 2 or 1DR002 on coppercoins.com. This coin is trashed, but just figured I would show it to you. I will hold it aside just because it's a double die in an earlier wheat cent. Let's keep her going. Pot 4 gives us our first 1931 Denver. I haven't looked yet. I don't really think there's any varieties on this date with mint mark, but we'll take a look anyway. There could be an error, a cut, or a clip planchet. It looks like we have maybe some lamination going on, but nothing crazy. We do have, I don't know what what that is. Is that some weird metal or just some shiny goop? Maybe some shiny goop. All right, let's keep her going. We have a 1939 under the scope with a pretty decent die crack that runs across the vest here, the jacket. Looking on coppercoins.com, I believe this is 1DR double die reverse number 7. Let me double check that. Hold on, I already forgot. Yeah, number 7. So we have doubling in E pluribus unum right at the top there. Not in terrible condition, but not in great condition. Let's keep the hunt going. Be right back. All right, here's a 1930, just kind of a cool one. I have the brightness turned down so you can kind of see the wood grain on this one. But it's actually really cool. Decent condition, too. A little bit of a scar right there, but other than that, it's a pretty nice looking coin. I'll flip her over. Not bad. It's a fun one. This is a Dan McCumber coin. All right, let's keep her going. I want to say I'm on like handful 7 or something like that. I don't even know. But I have a 1927. Not in the greatest condition, but not in terrible condition either. So we have a 20s on the board. A little bit of lamination there. All right, let's keep her going. Right, I got to stop here. This pile of 39s is getting a little iffy. So we're going to kind of go through these and cut it back. So if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. This is part 4. There are going to be many parts right down here in the lower left hand corner. Just hit that thumb. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.